Okay, so little test run, as you see, just a couple of little pre-checks, just making sure the tyre pressure was okay before we set off. It's been standing a little while whilst I've been doing all the work. So just took it around the block, just got it up to temperature, and just like I say, just took it for a little spin. Probably didn't really get out much more in second gear really, like, because it's only a short distance around the block. However, the main point of this is just to check out what we've done really. Now, before, when the bike's got up to temperature, the old connector around here, that would have got really hot, and the wires would have got hot too. So just took the seat off and checked all the wiring inside and on the side of the frame and everything what I've done basically, all the wiring what I've done, all the way down to the stator and that lot. And everything seems tickety boo, as they say. So I'm quite chuffed with the way things are. Yeah. So really, it's a case of start building the back up a little bit. Just got to have a word with my painter now and get that side panel sorted, and we'll get it finished and get it on the bike, and then we can start putting it back together. It's quite a nice day today. It was pinging down earlier anyway, but you know, summer's around the corner, so to speak, and we need to get out on this. So yeah, like I say, nice little spin around the block. Everything seems good. Just going to do, obviously I've had the back wheel off and cleaned the chain and the sprockets up. It was a complete right mess. So that is going to need a bit of another tighten up. So we're going to get it on the paddock stands again and just double check everything, because obviously I've had all the calipers stripped down and everything as well. So just make sure all the bolts are as they should be, and nice and tight. When I say tight, I mean to the specified torque settings. So yeah, okay, right, back on the paddock stands, as you can see. Now the point of this video is just to go through a few things which I'm going to check going forward. Okay, now first thing is chain adjustments. Obviously I've just took it for a bit of a black round the block. So chain is, it's not too bad. I'm just going to make a slight adjustment on it, so I'll do a separate video on that. We'll be replacing these chain sprocket set later on in the year. Little bit of a sort of winter clean up and service and one thing or another. Going to stick a 17 on the front and a 45 on the rear, see what sort of difference that makes. Yeah, running standard it's 18 and 42 I believe, so yeah, just get something nice, spend some money on it, you know, get a nice black and gold sprocket perhaps, and a nice gold did chain on there as well I believe. Yeah, sort that out. Anyway, okay, so just going around the bike and inspecting it a minute ago, I've noticed I've got a little bit of a coolant leak. Where are we? Is the camera picking it up? I think there it is anyway. Right. Okay, focusing too much on it anyway. Right in the middle of the screen there. Little bit of a coolant leak. Obviously it's dripping off to the lowest point, so ain't got a Scooby where it's actually leaking from. And I also haven't got a bloody Scooby what to do about it. So gonna have to do a bit of research on that, ask a few questions. Years ago I used to put a bit of a rad weld or rad seal in your tank, and it'd find the hole and plug it up. Don't know if that's the right thing to do or not. I'll look into that. Everything else seems okay. Like I say, I stripped the brakes down and everything, put new pads in and clean them up, and put a bit of copper slip in on the old nuts and torqued them up right and everything, and yeah, so that's all good there. It felt okay. Now, levers, we have these aftermarket levers on there. They're okay. I'm not a big fan. I think it's just a bit cosmetic more than anything. See, there's a bit of rubbish on the end there, where that was the previous owner who actually did that, not when I dropped it. He did the same thing. Anyway, I'm just going to show you something on here. Okay, little split in the film there, because old fat fingers here keeps pressing the wrong buttons on his phone when he's trying to video. Right, anyway, what I was going to show you was, right, Jesus Christ, I did it again. This is, right, don't ever get old. Right, moving my finger away now. Right, now with this, it's crap really, isn't it? Look at it. It's just got a bit of play in it. Now, the adjustments on the clutch, they seem to be at their max here. They're turned out to the max. And also, from what I can gather, now I'm no expert, I shall learn this as I go along. It all seems to be maxed out as well. Now riding it, doing the clutch and everything, it's fine, seems okay. But when you squeeze it in, see that? That's before you actually bite in the cable. You know, the action's okay. Now, I was sitting there thinking the cable needs adjusting, but looking inside, we won't be able to see it too much. But in there somewhere, it's this movement is happening before it's actually pulling the cable anyway. And then I just quickly noticed that on this bracket here, you can see that. Now, there's definitely a lot of play. Where it's going through, and it's bolted through, you can just see underneath there. Anyway, the bolt coming through there seems to be missing like a sleeve or something on the inside. So whenever this was put on, something missing, or it's just not right for the job, just not adequate for the job. Now, I do have, when I purchased the bike, all the old bits and bobs, like the old can, you can see there because I've got the high rise tour on. Just focusing on that. So there's the old can, which will go on for the MOT, just in case. But you know, both brake levers, perfectly fine. You know, I've got the single seat on there, so I've got the rear seat. I've got two rear seats actually, one without the grab rail cuttings and one with. Anyway, I digress. What I'm probably going to do on another video is take these brake levers off and put the old ones back on, just see if it makes any difference. I've got a funny feeling, if you can see just there, that little copper brass, I think that's the thing what's missing, like the washer, what's missing, the sleeve, what's missing on there. I might even try that, just take that out, because I've just tried it a minute ago and it does come in and out, so it might be just a case of popping that little brass sleeve out and then replacing it into there. So I'll give that a go. It might not work because they may well have tried it and it didn't work, so who knows. But I may get rid of these gold things and put the old originals back on. I'm not sure yet, because the bike is pretty much standard apart from just little bits and bobs what I've done, but basically standard, and that's the way it's going to stay. Okay, so chain first. Just going to tighten the chain up. We're going to mess about with the clutch, do a bit of research on that, and then we're going to try and get to the bottom of this coolant leak as well. I will be changing the brake fluids, front and rear. I've had a look in it. Yeah, there's a little bit of blackening in there, and I'm going to put fresh fluid in that. Never ever done this before in my life. The same as chain sprockets. So watch a lot of videos. Kev Shed, big shout out to Kev Shed and Del Boy's Garage, them two in particular. There's a few others there as well. They've given me the sort of inspiration to do what I'm doing here, plus give me the knowledge to do it. So I should just revert back to those videos as well, just make sure I know what I'm doing. Like I say, if I can do it myself and save myself a couple of quid, happy days indeed. So yeah, brake fluid is going to be changed, and obviously with the rear one as well. I did check the rear one yesterday, and the reservoir, it was quite full actually, and there was a bit of drippage after I put the lid back on. So the brakes on this, like the back brake, it's notoriously crap anyway. Like, it's just like two blocks of wood basically, and the front just a bit spongy, so it just needs sorting out. But maybe things just need bedding enough to put the new pads on, one thing or another. So yeah, there we go. So a few things to do. I should make individual videos because, like I say, not many videos of Pacific bike. You know, obviously brakes and clutches, it's the same on most bikes, so you get the drift like, but it's just nice to see a video of your bike. So if you do own this bike or T595, all very similar, hopefully it helps. That's the idea of them anyway. Okay, let's crack on.